then you must be in the national system. Oh yeah, is this you? Sorority girl, actress, influencer, victim. Yeah, that's totally me.
You can't sue a cartoon. It's satire. It is what it is.
Okay, I see. And then you added your husband to your friends and family account. You must be the royal prince, millionaire, world traveler, victim. That's right.
South Park, it's come to life. That's what we're witnessing in this hospital room right here.
And you know what else? To hell with Canada. We are leaving. We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people. Come on, wife.
My name is Megan Sussex now. Call me Meghan Markle one more time, Mindy Kaling.
So you hate journalists? That's right. And now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family. Right. So you're a journalist.
Any type of flower arranging is just telling a story. What story do you want to tell? Maybe leave the country. Maybe disown your dad. Be creative with it.
It came out of nowhere. A 33-second clip that exploded across the internet like a bomb. No build-up, no context, just a blurry but unmistakable animation in South Park's signature style. It featured a cartoon version of Meghan Markle twerking in front of what looked like Buckingham Palace. The absurdity was immediate and jarring. Social media ignited within minutes.
It's so funny you keep saying Meghan Markle, you know it's Sussex.
It's important we do this ourselves, Harry, and not live off your family.
I agree. We'll just have to find a way to make £50 billion on our own.
Welcome to my garden. Well, it's not my garden, it's a set actually, but welcome to my set.
Is this a wrinkle I see in my blouse? Who the f ironed this? I told you to iron this shirt 10 times. It looks like you only ironed it 9.
Is this real? One post read, while others couldn't believe their eyes. The footage was clipped, looped, slowed down, memed, and thrown into TikToks, Twitter threads, and Instagram reels like digital wildfire. While some viewers roared with laughter, others were left slack-jawed. Because this didn't feel like just another internet joke. It felt direct. It felt like a hit. And more than anything, it felt personal. The confusion made it worse.
Everyone says they don't have time to make homemade meals, but if you just have 3 nannies, 2 butlers, a housekeeper, a driver, and a full-time personal assistant, you have all the time in the world. Stop making excuses and start moving snacks from one bag to another.
It is elevating the ordinary little things. And who got the Kroger peanut butter? It's not even organic.
No one knew where the clip had come from. It wasn't part of any aired South Park episode. No record of it in reruns, no leaks tied to known scripts, and yet the style, the voices, and the biting satire felt unmistakably authentic. The animation was nearly frame perfect. Within hours, the rumor mill was in full swing. Was this a deleted scene from the infamous Worldwide Privacy Tour episode? A part of some scrapped segment? Or even worse, was this a preview of something new? Something unreleased that had somehow slipped through the cracks?
But to the world, it's just, what has she been doing? Does she work? As opposed to, oh my gosh, I work so hard.
You the laugh.
Adding to the frenzy, the timing couldn't have been worse. Meghan and Harry had been intentionally quiet. No new interviews, no Netflix specials, no podcast drama. Just silence. After months of saturation, their presence had faded. Then came this. A single leak that turned months of damage control into dust. The clip wasn't just parody, it was humiliation. It reduced Meghan's public persona to a punchline. A dancing, twerking caricature in front of royal guards, mouthing lyrics that seemed custom designed to echo every criticism she's ever received. And once it was out there, there was no way to contain it. Behind the scenes, Meghan's team was anything but amused.
You know, why jam, Tom? Why jam? Why jam, you know? Does she want to be, seen as a traditional wife now rather than a grand humanitarian politico, Tom?
I mean, if she does, I mean, good on her. I can't,
I'm half winding you up now. You must know that. You must know that.
Multiple insiders say the moment the clip hit the internet, panic gripped her Montecito circle. Phones rang off the hook, crisis managers were called, and a digital triage operation began. One source described it as DEFCON 1. This wasn't just a meme. It was, to them, a character assassination wrapped in satire, and they treated it like one. The first mission was to locate the source. Who had leaked it? Was it a rogue animator, a disgruntled staffer, an AI prankster? The second mission, stop the spread. But this was 2025, and this was the internet. There is no pause button on virality. The takedown attempts were almost immediately thwarted. Platforms didn't move. TikTok allegedly declined the request, citing clear parody protections.
Hey, lowly cameraman, come over here and try some fried chicken. Try the fried chicken. Try the fried chicken. We need to make it look like I actually care about my camera crew. Come get some fried chicken. Act like you're having fun. Act like you're having fun.
I want my home to feel welcoming. Do you feel welcome? Does my soundstage welcome you? Mindy and I are such great friends, like besties. Like, I love her. Like, she doesn't know my name, but we're best friends.
YouTube flagged the clip as satire, not subject to removal. Instagram didn't even acknowledge a violation. Meghan's team filed appeals, issued internal memos, and even began floating legal warnings. But one PR strategist reportedly warned, if you go nuclear on this, it becomes the Streisand effect. You'll only amplify it. And they were right. Every attempt to suppress the clip only seemed to pour fuel on the fire. Adding insult to injury, the parody didn't exist in a vacuum. It called back to the Worldwide Privacy Tour episode that had originally aired in early 2023, a brutal takedown that painted Meghan and Harry as hypocrites, privacy-obsessed figures who demanded silence while selling their stories to the highest bidder. That episode caused a media firestorm. At the time, Meghan refused to publicly address it, and though there were whispers about legal threats, nothing concrete ever came of it.
By the way, I love your Luke.
Sorry, what's that?
Your Luke. You look amazing. Your Luke.
My Luke. My
Luke. My
Yes.
look. She likes my Luke.
Most assumed the matter had been quietly laid to rest. But now, with this clip, all of that backlash had been dragged back into the spotlight. And the new footage? It was more savage than before. Meghan's animated counterpart doesn't just twerk. She performs in front of Buckingham Palace in a crown, mouthing what fans believe are satirical digs at her own public image. Lyrics parodying luxury, privilege, and performative victimhood. Lines like, everyone says they don't have time to make homemade meals, but if you just have 3 nannies, 2 butlers, a housekeeper, a driver, and a full-time personal assistant, you have all the time in the world. It wasn't just crude, it was cutting, and Meghan's inner circle wasn't laughing. What's more, Meghan's silence spoke volumes. Even as the internet convulsed with commentary, she made no public acknowledgement. No denial, no statement, not even a cryptic repost. And that silence triggered even more speculation.
Hello all. Sorry we're late. Our flight was delayed.
It was mint, though. Tell them we were in mint. They gave you a mint. How lovely. I have some gum in my purse if you'd like. Oh, we were in mint. It's like their business class. It's really nice. And
Meghan, I'm begging you to stop now.
Meghan, your friends are so interesting. You have a lovely home.
Yes, it's Buckingham Palace, you f***ing idiot. What a stupid thing to say.
Had she known about this in advance? Was this leak really a surprise? Or was it the opening salvo in something larger, perhaps even more damaging? Whispers began surfacing that this clip was just the beginning. Insiders in Hollywood entertainment circles hinted that South Park's creators might be working on a follow-up, a full sequel, or at the very least more unreleased footage. If that's true, Meghan's team may be facing a long and humiliating stretch of PR damage control. According to sources familiar with her camp's thinking, there's fear, not just of public perception, but of precedent. If this clip is allowed to live unchecked, it might become the first of many. Worse, AI-generated content is now in the mix.
It's so funny, too, that you keep calling me Meghan. You know, it's Meghan now.
I feel like the focus is starting to shift off of me. Maybe in editing you'll fix it.
People were saying meh. It's not meh. It's pronounced me. The H is silent.
See, I didn't know who H was. At the time, I just loved his Insta feed.
Meghan's team has reportedly begun monitoring social platforms for deepfake parodies, worried that synthetic versions of her likeness could continue the ridicule far beyond their control. The deeper issue here, however, is not the clip itself. It's what the clip symbolizes. For years now, Meghan Markle has occupied a strange cultural space. Half royal, half celebrity, perpetually in the spotlight while demanding privacy. And somewhere along the way, the public started growing tired. The speeches, the lifestyle brand launches, the curated social posts. Everything began to feel overly designed, overly polished, and increasingly hollow.
South Park has done a parody.
Like the gross disrespect to the intimacy and privacy of marriage and childbirth.
It has really upset Meghan Markle.
It will focus on Meghan Markle's character's struggle to balance her legal career while also caring for an unemployed immigrant.
We want privacy! We want privacy!
Built electric cars, he's going to Mars. Why is he even involving himself with Twitter? It would be like if the Prince of England gave it all up just to marry an actor from Suits.
We want privacy! We want privacy!
The Twerk clip didn't just lampoon Meghan. It offered catharsis, a cultural sigh, a release of pent-up exasperation. The footage landed like a satire sledgehammer because it tapped into something real. The growing fatigue around Meghan's narrative. People no longer see her as a misunderstood outsider challenging the monarchy. They see a carefully curated brand obsessed with controlling every optic. Only now, those optics are cracking. When Meghan was asked in interviews what her message was, she always returned to privacy, motherhood, empowerment.
What matters is what we have on the inside.
It dropped like a bomb. 33 seconds of pure chaos. No warning, no context, just a blurry clip with that unmistakable South Park animation style, and Meghan Markle, or at least a cartoon version of her, twerking in front of what looked like Buckingham Palace.
When was the last time you twerked, Alex?
I don't think I've ever twerked in my life.
You must have.
Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines? What are you suggesting? Well, I just think some people might say that your Instagram-loving wife actually doesn't want her privacy. How dare you, sir! My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy!
That's fine, I'll go it alone. Just like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
Trying to make ourselves into a brand just turned us into products. We don't need to be a brand, do we?
But critics argue that what they saw was image management, that she wanted to be seen as vulnerable but only on her terms. And when you curate your vulnerability like a fashion shoot, eventually people stop buying it. The silence from her traditional defenders has been just as telling. People magazine, once considered a safe space, hasn't published a glowing feature in months. Even Oprah's circle, which once championed Meghan, has been notably quiet. The subtle shift isn't just media strategy, it's reputation management at arm's length. Even brands and sponsors are rethinking their affiliations.
Built electric cars, he's going to Mars. Why is he even involving himself with Twitter? It would be like if the Prince of England gave it all up just to marry an actor from Suits.
We want privacy! We want privacy! We want privacy!
Okay, then you must be in the national system. Oh yeah, is this you? Sorority girl, actress, influencer, victim. Yeah, that's totally me!
We want privacy! We want privacy!
Okay, I see. And then you added your husband to your friends and family account. You must be the royal prince, millionaire, world traveler, victim.
That's right! We want privacy! We want privacy! We want privacy! And you know what else? To hell with Canada! We are leaving! We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people! Come on, wife! We want privacy! We want privacy!
Streaming platforms have cooled. Studio executives are hesitant. Agents are pulling back. No one wants to be associated with a figure who might become an unpredictable liability. The reality is that public perception can be lost in a moment. It only takes one meme, one quote, one clip to crystallize years of skepticism into certainty. The cartoon twerking in a tiara wasn't just a joke, it was a symbol. It condensed the criticism, the contradiction, the cognitive dissonance into a single, viral snapshot. And that's why Meghan's team is reportedly so shaken. Not because of what the animation showed, but because of how many people nodded along.
I was living in the middle of nowhere in Toronto, Canada, and I didn't even really know the word royal. I mean, besides the Lord song. I love that song. It's an amazing pop rock ballad.
There's an emerging consensus now, not just among critics, but among previously neutral observers, that Meghan Markle's media honeymoon is over. The brand that once inspired magazine covers and cultural think pieces now risks becoming shorthand for celebrity self-sabotage. Her voiceovers, her interviews, her lifestyle products, none are landing like they used to. She's still trying to control the narrative, but the audience may have moved on.
But you're the same.
You're the same.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, guys, you don't gotta do this. Please, I'm begging you to stop.
And once the public stops listening, even the loudest messaging falls flat. And yet, despite all the frantic backroom maneuvering, the fundamental question remains: what happens next? Does Meghan double down and launch a new PR offensive? Does she pivot, soften, recalibrate her public persona? Or does she risk it all by staying silent and hoping the storm passes? Because the stakes are no longer just about one viral video. They're about what it revealed. That for all the control she's tried to wield, Meghan Markle may have lost the one thing she can't spin back into place: credibility. And if more clips like this one begin to surface, if the parody train keeps rolling, her image may not just suffer another bruise, it might not recover at all.